No idea how much time I've been up here, but do y'all know who Jason Mraz is?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So a couple of years ago, Jason Mraz went viral for saying that he was a two-spirit person. If you don't know what a two-spirit person is, it's somebody who is from the LGBTQIA plus community and is also from the Native American community. So both at the same time. It's a cultural term. It's a term that is a spirit name, and so it's not just to be used by anybody. It has to be like specifically somebody from the Two Spirit community. And Jason Mraz decided that he was Two Spirit one day, so I wrote this poem. An open letter to Jason Mraz, or any other non-native queer who calls themselves Two Spirit. Do you hear me? I'm talking to you. Across the water, across the deep blue ocean, under the open sky. Oh my, baby, I'm trying. I'm trying to get you to hear the sounds of burning queer brown bodies in the temples of Tasumal. I'm trying to get you to see the bodies of stolen indigenous trans sisters on the streets in the place named after peace. I'm trying to get you to feel the pleas for the help of missing and murdered indigenous women of the American continent, of the murdered trans queers who didn't have a place to call home, the murdered spiritual leaders and political leaders and family leaders whose lives were taken for their positions, the murdered Two Spirits whose murders were never investigated or prosecuted. I want you to understand what Two Spirit means and why that's not who you are. You can be a bisexual musician who dates men while being in a relationship with a woman, but that alone does not make you a Two Spirit. Are you indigenous to the American continent? Meaning, have your ancestors been on this continent for time immemorial? Are you trans, intersex, asexual, queer? Meaning, has Creator gifted you with another outlook on life? If you can answer yes to these first two questions, then you will probably answer yes to the last. Is your role in your community one that has been granted by Creator to uplift your people and yourself? Meaning, are you an artist, an organizer, a healer, a farmer, a caretaker, anyone who uplifts their people in this world? That is a Two Spirit. If you are not these things, you are not a Two Spirit, non-native queer. You may not understand what Two Spirit means, or maybe your wife picked your gender out for you, but just pay attention to my feed and you won't have native Twitter in your mentions and DMs. Appropriation is basically the last straw for us. You've already taken our lands, most of our clean water, and poisoned the rest. Stole all our resources after our ancestors extracted them for your greed. And still, you have the nerve to appropriate our identities. Boy, you'll hear me in your dreams. Feel my whisper across the sea. Keep you with me in your heart. I make it easier when life gets hard. There are many terms in the queer lexicon. I'll share a few. Queer, bisexual, polyamorous, cisgender. Feel free to use any of these at any point in your identification. Use those to uplift yourself and your communities. Don't poke your nose in a term that marginalized people go to find each other. When you insert yourself, you make it harder for us to find each other. You make it harder for homeless people to find homes. You already found your people. Why must you keep us from ours? Lucky you're in love with your best friend. Lucky to have been where you have been. Lucky to be going home again. Thank you.